Hello everyone and welcome back. So today's review is all about this 2024 Porsche Cayenne in this beautiful Arctic grey color. Today we're in Sofar. I drove it back in Dubai and today we're filming a full in-depth interior and exterior review. Let me show you what it's all about. I'm driving the 2024 Porsche Cayenne and it reminds me of that one saying, why change a winning recipe? You see, it's now got a sharpened design following Porsche's latest design language, but it's still very much recognizable as a Cayenne. I was 18 when I reviewed the new, at the time, 2018 Cayenne upon its arrival.
So guys, jumping right into the new Cayenne. Now let me just give you a brief recall of what this SUV represents to Porsche.
The 2024 model receives a major facelift with Porsche's latest tech and new powertrain options such as the return of the V8 on the Cayenne S. Yes, you get the same excitement, the same drama as on the higher performing SUVs. This car sounds so good with the sports exhaust, the gearbox is very snappy. The E-Hybrid I'm driving today is the more fuel efficient model, which I recommend over the normal Cayenne, but keep in mind it gains 304 kilos and loses 33 liters of boot space because of that juicy battery. It does however beat the normal Cayenne by 1 full second to 100 kilometers an hour. Here are some numbers you may want to screenshot for reference. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to like this video and let me know what you'd like to see next. So the first thing that strikes you when you look at the 2024 Porsche Cayenne is how beautiful this SUV is. This refresh has made this car look much more modern and sharpened in both normal and coupe variants. As a matter of fact, you can see this lightwear has made its way into the new Cayenne, including the new Panamera and the Taycan. The Cayenne emblem over here is body colored, as you can see, in Arctic grey, along with the rims, as you can see on the side, which have this nice finish to them. Even though this is a hybrid, we do get quad exhaust tips on all the variants. I guess you can see what I mean by the design has been more sharpened, the grille more straight. Now these lights are not only very bright and can illuminate up to 600 meters. So for example, if you're driving on your lane, it will basically light up your lane so you don't actually bother the other road users with your high beam. Obviously it has adaptive high beam and it uses the speed, the camera and navigation to ensure you're seeing everything when you need it to, but also not bothering other road users. So this car embodies the saying, don't fix what isn't broken. You can see the sexy silhouette of the Cayenne is still very present, and especially in this Arctic grey, the side mirrors and the rims, again, all matching in colors. Looking really nice. The form factor of this car is really sporty, and don't forget it drives just as good as it looks. Here's what the new Cayenne is all about on the inside. First of all, you have a 911 steering wheel. The drive mode selector is over here. We have off-road, normal, sport and sport plus, and you can definitely feel the difference when you're changing driving modes. The suspension feels firmer in sport plus, and the whole car drives very nice, as you would expect on a Porsche. Simple buttons on either side to control your center screen, which by the way is now fully digital, very modern. It looks super nice. You don't have any border on top, so it feels like it's floating inside the dash. I did not expect to like that digital dash that much. You know how much I love analog gauges, but on the new Cayenne it works brilliantly, and it's actually on the new 911 too, the 992.2. So yeah, I mean, mixed feelings about it on the 911. I don't think people appreciate this enough. Some prefer like a traditional gear knob in the center, but pushing it over here on the dash, it frees up a lot of space in the center, which makes it more minimalist. You have a storage area over here with wireless phone charging and 2 USB ports, and you have your climate control settings over here with physical buttons, which is always nice to see. You have also touch buttons, which the whole panel goes down when you press it, and a volume knob, a dedicated volume knob. I'm glad that Porsche still has it. The new Range Rover removed the volume knob for some reason, and then we obviously have a sports corner pack with a nice stopwatch over down the top, and these additional Cayenne grab handles, which also make an appearance, something that you cannot but have. And for the first time on the new Cayenne, we have a passenger display. Porsche is putting on most of its new models, including the Panamera and the Taycan. Some people like it. I honestly don't mind it, especially if it keeps my passenger, busy with some stuff. I can't really see it because it's tinted. The passenger can see it straight on. Now, funny enough, we don't actually have it on this model. I experienced it in Dubai with the Cayenne S I drove. So the new Cayenne is supposed to be the most practical Porsche, and this generation lives up to that. First of all, you have plenty amount of legroom. I'm 186 centimeters for reference, and headroom is amazing. I feel like I can be sitting on a cushion and still not touch the roof. And for even more legroom, if you choose to do so, you can pull your seat back. Now I have just plenty amount of legroom, great for road trips. I can even recline my seat forward and back. An armrest with 2 cup holders, obviously as standard, 2 air vents, 2 USB ports and 2 storage areas in the center. I mean, yeah, it's really not that annoying, but it's not the most comfortable place to be honest. By the way, you have these seat pockets and huge door bins on the side. So jumping into the new Cayenne, we're going for a quick drive. I genuinely want to see how well this car accelerates. So we've got a combined output of around 470 horsepower and 650 Newton meters of torque, which is honestly amazing. You have to keep on pressing on the gear selector for it to engage in fully manual mode, which we will use the paddle shifters. I currently have it in e-power, jumping into Sport Plus, and then there's this button on the drive mode. When you press it, it's going to go into this overboost mode for 20 seconds, which you get maximum acceleration, maximum torque, maximum power. And it feels as energetic as you'd expect. Mash the brakes and the throttle. 3, 2, 1, go. And that's it. All right, so that's a lot of power right there. And it sounds really nice too. So the air suspension makes the car as comfortable in normal, but as agile in Sport Plus, which never lets you forget it's a Porsche at the end of the day. One more acceleration. The torque. It feels nice being back in the Cayenne, honestly guys. So the last time I was in the Cayenne, I spent around a week with it, all right? And really I appreciated everything this car has to offer. The gear selector is surprisingly very easy to use, even though it's on the dash. It's honestly not as annoying as people think, and not as annoying as on the American cars with the buttons over here. This is like very intuitive and easy to use. It's the same gear knob almost as a 911, which is in the center, but now it's mounted on the dash. And let's see if you can hear anything. Oh! And yeah, the gearbox is plenty fast. If I press on overboost sports response, floor it, you definitely get a lot of kick. The steering wheel is so nice. The steering feel is superb. I have to say, this car doesn't know what body roll is, especially when you have it in Sports Plus with the firmest suspension setting. Before experiencing a Cayenne, I didn't really understand why people buy them and what makes it that different from other SUVs. Avid 911 fans didn't accept the Cayenne when it was first released 21 years ago, but it quickly became one of the finest performance SUVs. Porsche was one of the very first to introduce an SUV to their lineup, leading the way to other brands. Living with the car for a week allowed me to properly assess and get to see what it's like to own, and I loved every bit of it. The Cayenne feels fluid in its motion, easy to drive, and always compliant to your every input. The new model feels and smells expensive, and it has a classy yet sporty presence on the road, whatever your variant is. The new technology is welcome in the facelift. I believe it has softened some of the rough edges of the outgoing model, and I can safely say this is one of the best family SUVs you can buy on the market right now.
So guys, that's it for today. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe and help us reach 1,000 subscribers. Until then guys, take care everybody. See you soon.
Alright guys, that's gonna be it for today's review. Marco was behind the camera, best videographer in the country.
I got you, homie.
Currently dying right now. He almost passed out twice today. That's gonna be it for the YouTube review. Time for lunch. See you. This right here might be the best bang for buck if you're looking for a performance SUV. Let me show you why. If you mistook this Cayenne S Coupe for a Turbo GT, then you're not completely wrong. Because under the hood sits a detuned version of the 4-liter twin-turbo V8, and yes, that's a V8 on the S. We have bronze wheels and carbon fiber accents at the front, carbon fiber side mirrors, and an aggressive rear spoiler. We get the suede steering wheel and bronze accents all around. The fully digital driver display makes an appearance on the new Cayenne.